Something that could happen quite often is that you wish to use still images from the film for other uses, such as, for example, the cover of a DVD. And how you can have access to one of these images, I'll show you now. I'll take this first image as an example. And we have a very nice EDIUS function that allows us to see the data on the hard drive. To do this, I click on the image and then with the right mouse button, choose from the context menu the Explorer function, and then the Windows Explorer opens. And it opens with exactly the image that I clicked from selected. In this case, it's this image, and when it's selected here, I can use it straight away. For example, I could copy it here to allow me to have it in a second folder, or I could use the right mouse button to get this context menu. So that I can read this, I'll move everything up somewhat. So, the right mouse button on the selected image, and then I have the Open With function. And here I can choose any installed program that can open the image. For example, I could view it from the picture viewer in QuickTime or from the Windows Photo Viewer. I'll move this into my recording area, and there I can see the image. I could equally open it in Photoshop to do some editing. One thing to be aware of is that if I actually use this image, then it is the image that we are using in EDIUS, and so any changes will be reflected within EDIUS. If I wish to edit the image to use it for another purpose, then the best thing to do would be to make a copy first. For example, using the copy function and then pasting it in. In relation to this still image export, I'd like to go into the settings that EDIUS has available for us, and I reach these over the System settings. And here, in the section Import Export, there is the Still Image section. And here, I can adjust the settings for the still images. The first thing I can do as an advanced user is decide what should be recorded. This is the capture field. And here, I can specify either frame, which is the entire image, or upper field, or lower field. This is an interesting option for advanced users. But what is interesting for every user is the next option, the Adjust Aspect option. Here, I can specify that EDIUS, if it needs to, will adjust the aspect. If, for example, my video format doesn't use square pixels, as in my case here, and I don't activate this option, I'll OK that now, and I take a new image using Create Still Image, that was this one here, I'll load this in the Explorer and look at it in preview. And here I can see that this image is no longer in the 16:9 format, but is a squarer format. And what this means is that the aspect of the individual pixels has not been adjusted. So if this happens to you, then you should remember to go into the System settings and under Still Image, activate the Adjust Aspect option. Further to this, I can also select the file type, and this specifies in which format the images should be saved. JPEG is a very good format, but it is compressed. If you wish to have your images saved in the best quality possible, then you could choose, for example, TIFF or Bitmap, or also Targa, as these have no visible compression in their default settings.